Hello cleansers and welcome! We are almost at day 1 of our cleanse, so I wanted to give you a little preview of what will be coming up. And I especially wanted to give you a really big thank you that you chose to do this program. You know, a lot of people know they need it and they just don't choose it for themselves, so congratulations on choosing it for yourself. And thank you so much. I know if I had to be doing this program alone, it would kind of seem like a drag. But now that I know that I'm doing it with a group of really awesome, motivated people, I'm just feel totally supported and confident, and I'm excited to see what changes you guys will experience, what I'll experience. And I know I haven't given you a lot of details yet, but I'm going to give you a lot of details today. I'm going to give you by email my contact information. I'm going to create a forum, an online forum where we can connect with each other, share our victories, share our hopes, share our hard times. And it's going to be a really amazing 3 weeks. So let's get started. Let's see here. So in your kit, you will be getting this guidebook that answers a lot of your questions, and we're going to go through this today just to give you a kind of sneak peek. And there's also on their website, Standard Process website, you can download this ahead of time if you'd like it now and you don't want to have to wait till Friday or so when you get your kit. So let's see. I'm going to start with showing you what's in my kit. I have kit number 1 with the gastro fiber. And this is what you'll be getting, a big heavy bag of stuff. So you're going to get 2 of these guys. These are your shakes. And then you will be getting 2 of these guys. These are your fiber, basically for colon cleansing. And then you'll be getting 1 of these guys. SP Cleanse. This is for the first part of the cleanse. I think day 1 through 7 you'll take this to really get toxins out of all your organs, liver, colon, kidney. And then for the next 2 weeks you'll switch to this. It's called SP Green Food. It's a super green food, mostly for your liver. So you'll be getting all this stuff. And I wanted to show you some foods you will be eating, some foods you won't be eating, some things you might want to pick up. So some things you won't be eating are this. You won't be drinking this. No coffee. No tea either. Just herbal tea. No candy. So, you know, the big ones, no wheat, no dairy, no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol. It's a pretty limited diet, so I'm going to show you some of the things you can be eating. Well, here's some oils. So olive oil, coconut oil. I only recently discovered coconut oil. It's a really amazing oil that can take higher heat and doesn't break down. So it's solid when it's at room temperature. It's pretty cool stuff. I got this at Bob's Red Mill. Let's see. So you will be eating this. You will be eating this. There's just a few veggies and fruits that you can't eat, so you'll get that in your guidebook. Blueberries. And this is like a blend of wild rice and brown rice. This is on the diet. And then for seasoning, it's a little limited. They said just kind of fresh organic seasoning. So, you know, maybe ginger, maybe cilantro. But you're not going to be making a lot of fancy sauces. Maybe just some simple dressings. Some things you may want to consider getting. We have a few of these at work, and they're just a couple dollars, and it's like just a little vitamin case. This is an immersion blender if you have some kind of blender for your shakes. I'm guessing you could probably just mix them up too, but if you want to blend in half a banana, or there's a few recipes you can have a little blender. And then this thing will be handy if you have one. This is a rice cooker with a steamer attachment. I was checking out some vegetable steamers at the store, and they're pretty much just like this. It's just, you can use this just for the steaming. You don't have to cook rice in it too. And these are, you know, like 20 bucks. So if you want to pick one up, might be a good investment. Okay, so I'm going to start going over this guidebook and just kind of tell you some of the highlights that are in there, and then also a few things that aren't in there that my herb rep talked to me about. Okay, and then I suggest when you get this, just read through it pretty carefully, and again, you can download it if you want it ahead of time. So here's the supplement regimen. Again, I showed you a few things. It's a pretty simple regimen. Every day you take 2 or 3 shakes, you take your fiber, and then you take day 1 through 7 SP cleanse, and then day 8 through 21 the SP green food. And let's see here. So you take the shakes and the supplements together between meals. So I'll send to you in an email what a typical day may look like for you as far as when you're drinking water, when you're having a shake, when you're having a meal. And once you get in that flow, hopefully it'll all be pretty easy for you. So some additional things you could still be taking alongside, if you take a omega-3 supplement, you can continue to take that. If you take a probiotic supplement, if you need some extra protein to put in your shakes, you can do that. We have not ordered any of this, but if you want to order some, or if you have your own. And then they mentioned an herb that can help you with blood sugar levels or sweet cravings. Let us know if you need any of that. So some things you will not be eating, we talked about stimulants, dairy, pretty much any grains, any processed foods. And then this is kind of an interesting one, really no nuts and seeds. So I think they're concerned about rancid oils, so there's no nuts and seeds anywhere except for your oils that you're going to use as a dressing. And then here's a list of veggies and fruits that you can have and the serving size. So it's a pretty extensive list. There's just a few things. I know that potato is not on here. I thought tomato wasn't on here, but it actually was in here in the fruit category. So yeah, just take a look at it or download it. And there's a shopping list on here that you can rip off and bring to the store so you know what to buy. Okay, so then you can have lentils or wild or brown rice. So they don't want you to have the lentils and the rice in the same meal. You need to have those separately. And they say for ideal weight management, choose lentils more often than rice. So, and then protein sources, here's where we're going to vary a little bit from the plan. So they say wait till day 11 to add additional protein. We're going to say on day 1 you can start to have additional protein. We want you to have plenty of energy, so don't worry about that. So you can have a 3-ounce serving of deep sea wild fish, select lean meat that's organic, free range, such as chicken. And then this is a little iffy, but if you're a vegetarian and you need some extra protein than the lentils, it's possible that you can have organic eggs on the program. I would just, if you don't really need it, I would avoid it because eggs are a common allergen, and better to just skip a common allergen and give yourself a break from that. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the cleanse. And then this is important, they say prepare by broiling, baking, roasting, or poaching. So you're not going to be barbecuing or frying. They want the food to stay really clean. And then again, you can just put like a dressing on top of it. And then water, they say minimum of 8 glasses a day of spring water. So it's really important when you're detoxifying to give the toxins a medium to exit the body. And the rule of thumb is half of your body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, then you should be having more like 100 ounces of water. And then here are the approved kinds of oils, and you can have 4 to 7 teaspoons of these oils a day. And then they give some recipes for shakes. some recipes for dressing. I think there may be more on their website too as far as recipes. And then there's some information on what to do after the cleanse. We'll talk about this more later on. Let's see here. As far as exercise, they recommend mostly sticking to walking 30 to 45 minutes 4 times a week. I had the question come up, can I still exercise? It's really important to me. And the answer that I got from the company was, yeah, you can continue to do exercise. Just be a good judge of your own body and your own energy level. If you're having a rough day on the cleanse, you don't need to add an hour workout. If you're feeling great, and then you go ahead and work out, and maybe add an extra protein shake if you need to. Let's see. I think you can do also, light yoga, but again, be careful. You're going to be in a little bit different state than you're used to, so I don't want you to fall on your face or anything. Okay. And then taking medications. Yeah, if you have some medications that you need to take, that you take every day, I say continue. If you have a special course of medication like antibiotics or Advil or something, I would either, not start the cleanse till afterwards, or, really I would say be avoiding things like Advil during the cleanse. It's really hard on your stomach, it's hard on your liver, so hopefully you won't need that. And on that point, the days 1 to 3 of the cleanse are supposed to be the hardest. So especially if you're withdrawing from caffeine, it might be hard. You might be getting some skin reactions, you might be getting some headaches. And of course you can just let me know if you think anything's unusual. And on that point too, if you feel like you're having too many toxic kind of unloading reactions, just let me know and we can slow down the rate of your cleanse. We can use less supplements and just make the cleanse like a week longer for you. There's a supplement we could add that could help you with symptoms, so just let us know if you need that. And yeah, you may occasionally have things get a little worse in the beginning, especially if your body is really toxic. So yeah, just stay in touch with us. So for example, if you have chronic skin problems, you may get a flare-up as the toxins are moving out of your body, but it shouldn't be too long, and we'll just keep in touch. And then check about sticking to the program when you're away from home. This is probably going to be a tricky thing. Just basically plan ahead is the most important part. You don't want to end up at a company function hungry and you don't have any of your foods. So you can keep, there's maybe a thing of shake at your work. You can prepare the shake ahead of time too in the morning and just keep it refrigerated. Basically plan your meals ahead of time. You can cook lentils and rice ahead of time and just reheat those. You can do a bunch of cooking on the weekend. You can wash and prep a bunch of vegetables on the weekend to get you ready for the week. Let's see. They said for constipation, just make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And then this last section is a journal where you write down what you ate and how you're feeling. I think this is a nice idea, just to know that things will change. You'll have some days that are better than others, and you can look back and see how things are changing. You can write down what exercise you did. Let's see. Is there anything else to talk about? Some things you may experience are increased urination and bowel movements, some possible headache, fatigue, rash in the first few days. I'm just reviewing. I think that's all the important information I have for you guys, so I hope that's really helpful. And I'll be sending more information about how we can stay in touch and how you can contact me. And again, thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens for you. And namaste.